Try and keep this short and sweet because I'm super passionate about this topic. But the truth is, the mind and the body cannot be separated. They are not two separate entities. They are one in the same. One leads the other and the other leads the other, and it's like a feedback loop, and it is one being. I love to say that the body is a roadmap of the life you live. So someone who has a very unhealthy body shows me the lifestyle, the environment, the traumas, the attitude, the perspective, all of that. And someone that's very injured, broken, potentially shows me the exact same thing. Someone that may be super fit and healthy, it also does show me their lifestyle. Now, that's not to say someone with a six-pack is showing me that they have a great life, because the body is a roadmap. They might be injured, they might be dysfunctional, they may have no libido, they may not be sleeping, they may be tired, etc. And now that is the roadmap. So what I say is, sit there, listen to your body. What is your body telling you? Are you having stomach issues? Are you having pain? Are you having cloudiness and fogginess? Are there injuries? Are there health problems? Are you not happy with how your body looks, and it's telling you that? It's showing you every time you see it in the mirror. Your body has literally told you everything it needs to know. And the problem is, as the human, we try and disconnect from that. We're like, okay, the body looks like this, so let's just try and get on a diet to fix that. Well, if I don't change a mindset, I'm not fixing that. Oh, no, but if I stick to the diet that the coach gave me and I do A, B, C, D, E, I get there. Maybe for a little bit, but how are you going to get longevity off that if your mental state got you to the fat person in the first place? Well, you didn't change anything. So why are we trying to disconnect the human from the physical being, from the mental side, with the actual mindset? Now, everyone's like, oh, mind over matter, and the mind is the more powerful thing. Absolutely not. It is one in the same, because the body tells you everything you need to know about yourself, and the brain can then communicate that with you. And the same thing goes the other way around. The body is communicating to you. The body is sending you a pain signal saying, hey, mate, your knee is sore. Hey, mate, your knee is sore. Don't do that again. And now your knee is not even hurting you, but it's just, there's no issue. But the knee is just telling you, I'm freaking sore because I need you to do something about it, because I'm trying to remind you that you need to do something about it. And most of the time, people don't feel a lot of the signals from their body when they've been so messed up for so long, where they've learned to suffer so long. The more you suffer, the more you ignore the signals. And I find people that have gone through trauma, that are survivors of something quite epic, are the ones that find this the hardest to do. They're numb. They've disassociated. They've disconnected. They've literally removed the physical aspects of the body from the mind telling them what to do, because they've had to for a survival mechanism. But now it's no longer they need to survive and they need to live. And it's like, my body doesn't want to connect. And people are like, I'm numb. I just don't feel anything anymore. It's like, well, your body, even in its sense of being numb, is telling you something's wrong. It's telling you, I don't want to feel nothing because you haven't listened, so I'm just going to shut up. I'm going to ignore you. And then it will break you to the point where you have no choice but to make a radical decision to change something. It will crash you, whether it's physically, it will destroy you with I always say your body talks to you, it sings to you, then it screams, it yells. And then it will break something, give you an injury. It will give you an illness or a disease, and then it will kill you. And I've personally experienced that. I have gone through some obviously aggressive trauma through my childhood with being molested for so many years. And then I got injured a lot. And I trained so much because I was trying to block out everything that my body was telling me. So I got injured a shitload. From the injury came some illnesses. I had autoimmune diseases. I got really unwell. My body was telling me to shut down. It sent me to hospital. I ended up with, some really horrible conditions. And I was supposedly healthy and whatnot. It was all bullshit just because I looked a certain way. My body was telling me that something was wrong. And I was not dealing with the trauma. I was not dealing with the mental side. And I was not dealing with the byproduct of such a horrible tragedy. And I just ignored it. And I taught my body to ignore it too. And then once I reconnected myself, guess what? I felt everything. I was like, what the hell? I'm more injured than I thought. I am more unwell than I thought. And I've just ignored it for so long. And my body literally yelled at me at some point to say, it's about time you do something. So once I did something, everything changed. And the human I became changed. So it is super important to understand that the mind and the body are one in the same. You do not get this choice to say, I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to try and change my mind. I'm just going to change my body. They are one in the same. And when you connect the two, you will realize how much change you actually can make. and how much more success you will have as an individual trying to achieve anything in life. But you cannot separate the two. So please, if you want to go down this route and try and change something as a human, whether it's a mindset or a physical attribute, bring the two together, let them communicate. And I'm happy to help explain this further, but please understand the two are not individual. One does not overpower the other. It is not mind over matter. It is not the mind controls the body, and it is not the body is the only thing in power. They are both there communicating at their own level, and they are so important. And without one, we do not have the other. So be very aware of that.